I went to Montreal,
Ooh.
Canada.
Canada. Okay.
I don't know how you say Canada with an accent.
Montreal, Canada.
Yeah, so international jet setting
Yeah,
lifestyle.
hanging out with the Quebecers, the however they say it, Quebec people.
Quebecois.
Quebecois.
Uh,
Yeah, that's really cool. I haven't been in Montreal. I haven't been there since I was like 5.
See, that's the thing.
Uh,
I'd been when I was much, much younger as well, and it deserved an adult trip. You know what I mean? And like, so you live in the Windy City, the city of brotherly love.
Both of those things are
Um,
what people call them. The
yep,
City of Lights.
yep. So you're
Um,
you're used to having just
yeah.
like the culture at your fingertips. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're just in the buzz, in the electric boogaloo of the city.
This is all correct, and I hope anybody watching is wondering what city could that possibly be. It could be anywhere at this point.
Tell them where you
But
live. Full address if possible.
yeah, I live in Kansas City, Utah, and my address is Brigham Young Way, 123
Oh
Brigham Young
no.
Way, Kansas City, Utah.
So here's the thing. When I travel, um, you got to find the spots. You know what I mean? For guys like us, you find the spots. I don't know if that's special to you when you do travel because you've got all these places around you anyway, just in your everyday life. But for me, when I travel, I'm like, what's out there, right?
Yeah,
I'm on
yeah.
maps, I'm googling things.
First off, Killian, I have been
Yeah.
called the Anthony Bourdain of the millennial generation. Sorry, the Anthony Bourdain of the Zoomer generation. I misspoke.
Right.
So yeah, when I travel, I usually pack one bag, and my leather jacket and my whole carton of like camels, just like Anthony would do.
Mhm.
And I have pre-selected, at least typically if I go to a city and I have any time there, I want to find out what is the cool store
Yep.
or cool spot
Yeah.
that you could go to because you and I, or at least me, I'll speak for myself. I participate in this hobby called fashion, and that hobby really is buying things. So of
Right.
course my activity, like, oh, this guy likes this, he goes and does that when he's in a new place. I go and look for a store, of
Right.
course.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, totally.
So basically, what you were saying with subtext, I took much longer to say. But what's your point,
It's
brother?
fair though. At least we're on the same page and we know this. So there's a few in Montreal that are well known. Probably none more so. I figure I'll just go right into it with the big boy. None more so than Essence,
Mm-hmm.
Sense as some call
Hence,
it. Uh, so yeah, I went to the real deal. Um, I don't know if you've ever ordered from their web store. I do somewhat regularly. I get a box that says QC Montreal and it doesn't say from Essence. It says from like the
from Saint Laurent.
Ayatollah
Oh,
Corp or something. I don't know. Uh,
whenever I order anything from Essence, I don't know. I don't know why, but it says it's from Saint Laurent. I don't.
uh,
I maybe I'm like being pranked or I'm being like fished, and but yeah, like when if somebody said like, does Montreal have anything to do with fashion? The first thing that would come to my head would be like, well, Essence is there, and I think Essence is the coolest website.
right.
So,
So here's the lowdown. I passed by once thinking I was just gonna pop in. It's right
mm-hmm.
around the corner from like the big fancy church that everyone goes and looks at the architecture at.
Okay,
So I was like,
you know,
twofer, I'll pop in.
praise God.
They were closed. Like they
What?
were they were open. There were people inside. They were working and stuff. Doors were locked. Go on their website and they're like, "Oh, you have to make an appointment.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
You have to
thank,
go. You have
thank
to
goodness.
add things to your wish list. Tell them what you like. They'll pick them out, and then you have to make an appointment." And I was like, I don't really want to do that because I
Oh
don't really
yeah.
think I want to buy anything. The sale isn't happening. Like, I don't really want to just have them pull a bunch of stuff just to try it on and then leave.
This is like an episode of Crossfire because I disagree entirely.
Hit me.
I mean, dude, like, just if I had a nickel for every time I went into a store and bought nothing, I would probably have enough money to actually buy something.
Me too. Me too. But not ones that I make appointments for.
I don't know, but you're in Montreal for one time in your life.
Yeah.
At least me being a fashion loser, I immediately think of SSENSE when I think of Montreal. I don't even know anything about the rest of the culture or the people there.
What language do they even speak there?
I go there speaking English with American dollar bills, and I'm like, can I buy this?
Right.
That's all I know about Montreal and Quebec in general. But I know SSENSE, and frankly, this is my brain thinking. There are so many pieces that I like save to my SSENSE like zaddy list.
Yeah,
the opportunity to get somebody, just some asshole, to go through all this stuff and put it all together for me, like 20 items that I'll never buy. For me to just go, oh, what a lovely day! I will take a sparkling water, and please bring the clothes out. I will try them on one by one, and then I go, this is so cool. You know what? I need to ask mommy and daddy. I need to ask mommy and daddy first, so I'll be right back.
You know, I gotta talk to my banker, the trust fund. It's all tied up in Germany. You know, we'll figure it out. I'll be back. So the totally valid argument. I understand where you're coming from. In the moment, I didn't want to do it for whatever reason.
Okay, that's fair.
But the thing is, I just happened to pass by a second time. We just happened to be in the neighborhood. And I walked past and I was like, oh, the door's open. So I just walked in, and apparently, I don't know if they do like different hours for browsing, but they actually just had the showroom open. So I went in without an appointment, and the final verdict I will give on that is that I understand why they want you to make an appointment, because the showroom fucking sucks.
I imagine. Yeah, right? What was in it?
It's tiny. It's tiny. Not curated at all. Like it's random brands on racks with each other, like all mixed up, like no rhyme or reason or like artisanship to the entire endeavor. Like I've never been to a store of that kind of caliber and stature that was so poorly put together. Yeah.
I guess Pin Blank's comment. He just yells exactly in caps.
Exactly.
We're just doing a blank show tonight. So I'm just trying to like conceptualize this in my head.
Yeah.
Is it like a real showroom? Because at least from the other side, like when you represent brands or you are a brand, you have a showroom for buyers, and then they come and they say, maybe we'll take this. I don't know.
Right.
So like if you're at any kind of agency or any place that like represents like big fashion brands, you'll have like racks or even like displays for those brands. And then the guy from Bergdorf or from Saks or from SSENSE will come and go, flip. So what is their showroom then?
So they have 3 floors that actually have items on them. I think the rest are just like storage or like warehouse or whatever. On each floor, there's like 3 racks, maybe like half length racks. And that's kind of it. So there's 2 floors, 3 racks on each floor, then an accessories and shoes floor.
Okay.
Absolutely tiny. Like I said, just brand, like it'll be like JPG XY project next to engineered garments, next to a Balenciaga piece, it's like, it felt like the rack next to the changing room where they hang up the stuff people didn't buy. It felt like just all that. So I don't really know like what the idea is.
It's the rack next to the changing room.
Yes.
At the mythical and expired Barney's in Chelsea. Right. I mean, it sounds kind of fun still. I don't know. It does sound like it's trash. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't make sense. You know,
it doesn't make sense. And I think like I can tell why they don't even have a thing anywhere online that's like, yeah, you can come just browse if you want, because it's clearly not what they
Meant for
want you
that.
to do, not what it's meant
Because
for. Yeah.
like let's take for example the Real Real.
Yeah.
They are a platform mostly, and they have had done interesting things. They've done interesting things to try to monopolize the resale market.
Hmm.
But they have these like flagships. Like they
Yeah.
had two in New York. They have one in New York now. But in those flagships, it's an assortment of
Hmm.
basically hot pieces. You know,
Right.
presumably they have some kind of merchandiser who just like looks through what is being kind of submitted that week or
Good
whatever,
job.
and well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we. It seems like it would be a really fun job. I bet it is a sucky job. I bet it is. It's
True.
like I know people who work at the Real Real. Everybody who works there has said
Yeah.
like like it's on fire.
It's one of
It's
those jobs that you
horrible.
say sweet job to the person who has it, and they're like,
Yeah.
no, 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 no,
You're like,
no.
get me out of here.
Yeah.
Like literally, the last person I met who said they worked at the Real Real, I'm like, oh, that must be fun. I guess it's not. But anyway, TLDR,
Hmm.
the point of those flagships is kind of to sell things, to actually sell
Hmm.
the best merchandise that's worthy of being in brick and mortar.
Yeah.
But really, that's just a loss leader. It's just a
Yeah.
thing that they spend money on, so people will think the Real. And when they go home, they'll shop on the website or they'll
Yeah.
submit things to the website. Why is Essence doing it other than I guess the only reason the showroom exists is if people, rich Canadians, can
Hmm.
try on their Essence ideas before they purchase, right? Is that
Yeah.
seems like the only thing it's good
It
for?
it has to be. And I guess it's one of those things, like I thought to go there, right? It was like top of my list. So I guess if you exist there, you have to do something
Yeah.
almost, right? Uh, but I guess the moral of the story, anybody taking notes, is if you decide to follow in my footsteps, just make the appointment. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, I guess so. But I guess you were too honest. You were too noble.
too noble. And I'll
You
say,
couldn't.
I went to I don't know if this is like, this must be a chain. This place Holt Renfrew. I don't know if, is there one in New York? I don't know.
I've never
It's
heard of it.
it's not something I was familiar with, but it was one of those like multi-brand luxury department stores,
Sure.
but
How do you
instead of
spell this?
HOLT space RENFREW, Holt
Thank you. And
Renfrew.
that's good for everybody who's listening.
Yeah.
Uh
So go
okay,
ahead.
sure. I get the idea.
Okay, blank says it's Canadian Saks basically.
Yeah,
But
it
like
seems as much.
really good Saks, because they have like, so instead of Essence, who just has a bunch of stuff that they wholesale and then they sell, this is like each brand has a shop or rack or whatever
It's
inside the
like
place.
what's the name of that really big department store from London?
Oh, Selfridges.
Yeah, they do that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
they do.
I mean,
Exactly.
a lot of them do, but yeah, sure.
So
Like
like,
if you go into the big Macy's on 34th Street, 32nd Street, whatever, there's like
mhm.
a big Ralph Lauren zone,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So
So
say
like
that.
they've got, I don't know. I'll just like Chanel right when you walk in, Louis Vuitton, Prada, Givenchy, Saint Laurent. They got all like the old guy stuff. They had like a Canali store and a Giorgio Armani store and stuff. And then a lot of just like racks of like the smaller and more like streetwear brands and stuff like that. Um, but that was much more my speed than Essence.
Yeah, because it
100%.
was curated.
Yeah, exactly.
What was your favorite brand when you what did you what was the favorite thing, your favorite thing that you saw?
My favorite thing that I saw was a Givenchy sweater
Da
with this
Vinci, okay.
giant chunky piece of metal hardware going across like the chest on a strap.
Da
That was some hot
Vinci
shit.
sweater, metal hardware strap. Let's see if
Yeah,
that pulls up anything. I do not know about that. Well, hopefully we find it. Hopefully the we
I'm on
our
it. Oh
team
yeah,
is
I
on
got it.
it.
I got it. Hold on. There, that guy.
Oh, cool,
I really
cool,
like
cool.
this guy.
Yeah, I could see why.
Yeah.
It's got, I think obviously Metal Hardware is a Matthew Williams staple.
Yep.
And it kind of gives me like Daniel Lee vibes. Flip through the pictures for me.
Yeah, 100%. Because there's
Be
also a
a
bit more to it.
champ.
There's like some layering going
Yeah,
on
yeah,
to it as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, that's cool. I love that.
Yeah.
So for the audience, I'll try to describe a
Please.
sweater to you. It looks like a gray, like a dark gray. If I have to hazard a guess, cashmere blend or
Wool and
merino
silk.
wool. Wool and silk.
Yeah.
Exquisite. It's like a regular fit crew neck sweater with like a strap type detail going across the shoulders behind the back. And right on the shoulder, left or right, I can't tell, but only one.
Right.
There is like a like metal like clasp. It's like a metal hardware detail. It doesn't seem to actually perform any function. It's just a detail.
It's just fun,
So why didn't you pick it up?
So you can see the price right here is $1,585, which I think in Canadian was more like 2,000, which is the exact same as the 1,600 US, but makes it seem even worse when you're looking at the tag and the price on it. So that's why I didn't get that.
That's chump change for me.
I will say I'll give one more and then we can transition because I know we've been on this for a while, but it's been fun. Thank you for hanging.
This is a good dude. I don't even think we should leave this. I think this is a peak.
Okay,
what
good.
Our podcast should talk about. Clothes.
I have one more store for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
Simmons. I'm guessing it's Simmons.
Simmons.
I didn't even know this place existed in Canada. It must be a chain. It gives me like chain vibes, like Saks vibes. But I knew them because they will often have like stupid sales on Rick Owens stuff on their website.
Word?
I bought one like jumpsuit from them before, a Rick Owens jumpsuit.
Really?
So when I saw the sign, it was like right a block away from our hotel. So I saw the signs as we were driving in. And I was like, oh shit, that's that place that I got the Rick Owens from.
That's that place you rip off. That's the place you're always ripping off because they can't liquidate. You know what's funny? It's not even funny. It's just really, I don't know, consumerism. You can tell so much about what the website or the store or whatever is trying to do based on their editorial imagery, based on their product pages. Like, look how they style these garments.
And I will show you Simmons because it's a very different vibe than like a Mr. Porter or something.
Or what was the name of the last one? The
Holt Renfrew.
Renfrew.
Very different.
But I'm trying to describe with words what we're seeing with our eyes. So we're on the Simmons website. It's got a logo that makes you think that maybe this is a thrift store or maybe this is a company that it doesn't know what's going on. It's just does not say chic to me at all.
No, it's like a leaf next to
sans serif weird font. Not good.
Right.
But sorry, I'm not trying to throw shade. That's just a funny logo. Okay. And now we're looking at some like what do you call these? I forget what the actual word is, the industry word, but it's like the page that has all the product pages. There's a lot of different types of editorial imagery. So but the general vibe, and this isn't doing the best job of it. The stuff I was looking at before was really selling it. Click on men's hoodies for me. Just do that for me.
Yes.
I'm bossy today. I'm sorry I'm being so bossy.
No, I'm with it.
But this is what I saw immediately. And here's the thing. We got three hot guys. We've got three hot guys kind of in normal poses. And this is appealing to a normal person or a hot guy, a jock, a Wall Street thing. Because this just kind of looks like normal male ideals.
Yeah.
And the point I bring that up, the reason I bring that up is you can tell a lot about who is buying stuff at the store
Mhm.
and what the merchandisers and buyers are thinking about, because this is obviously, they're going to be less bold. They're going to be less daring. They're trying to attract
Mhm.
a maybe wider audience. But like as a result, I bet they can't sell Rick Owens, and that's why it goes on sale.
Here is what I've got for you. It dovetails so well into the reality of the place. So I went in with one idea because all I knew them for was really cheap Rick Owens stuff.
Uh-huh.
It is, I'm trying to think of what the best comparison is. It is probably most similar to like a Nordstrom Rack or Saks Off Fifth or something, where
Yeah.
they have like 95% of the place is like mid-tier. It's not fast fashion, but it's the step above that. It's a lot of
It's
like
like Macy's
Dickies,
build. Yeah.
Vans, some, stuff
Mid-level
like,
stuff.
yeah, mid-level stuff. And they have the tiniest, tiniest, tiniest designer section. Like you have to go up some stairs, you have to go like down a stairwell, and it's off in the corner somewhere.
In a
Uh,
different building
yeah,
behind like the janitor's like office.
right.
Uh-huh.
Not they didn't even have any Rick Owens in there.
Dang.
Didn't even have any Rick Owens.
Dang,
I'm trying
dude.
to think of what the selection was. It was like they had some Yoji Yamamoto, Undercover, Acne Studios, a
I mean,
lot of
these are
D,
good brands.
lot of D squared. We were in Canada
We
after
were in
all.
Canada after all.
Uh,
They
Paul
legally have
Smith,
to carry that.
Ami,